Lady Danbury, I need to know what is going on at Buckingham House.
Hey, what's going on? Syntell with the Intel, and I'm here with the beautiful Mikel-Claire.
Oh, hell, the queen is what you're supposed to say.
Oh, the queen is here! Yo, Queen Charlotte, this has been very unexpected with how good this series is, and also with all of the great comments everybody has been leaving. Thank you all so much for joining us on this journey into Britain. I never doing that again.
Never.
Hey, listen, so without any further ado, let's get started.
She's really, her looks are growing on me.
No, I think she's a perfect cast so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's a very pretty young woman. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's all you got to do is ring that bell,
yeah,
homie.
Brimsley probably sleep outside that door.
Oh, he ain't sleep.
Oh, so this is her first day as queen, huh?
Yeah.
I'm glad we're getting a chance to kind of like dip in and see the day-to-day and like how all of this goes down, because I'm sure it's got to be a lot of fuss, right? You know?
Oh, of course, you're the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it should.
What is in my engagement diary for them? I assume there will be charity visits, the poor or orphans. I know I must meet with my ladies in waiting. That is important. There is so much to take in here.
Oh, yeah, it's more than a day, I think.
Yeah.
And I have always loved the theatre and music. Are there concerts, operas in my engagement
can't go
diary?
out.
Your Majesty, there is nothing in your engagement diary.
Oh.
There is nothing in my engagement diary.
I want you to
No, Your
sit.
Majesty.
Brimsley, I am the queen.
I don't know if she can be out in public.
These official duties, do I not?
You do, Your Majesty. Many duties.
Then how can there be nothing in the queen's engagement diary?
You are currently enjoying the privacy of the first days of marriage, Your Majesty.
First days, I guess, maybe. I don't know if it's the first.
This is my honeymoon.
Oh.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, so she's supposed to be not there
I
and on a
guess.
honeymoon with her husband.
Great experiment.
Well,
Oh.
it is a great experiment, giving out titles to people who look like our new queen.
Wow. I
This
mean,
must
you
be a
know,
success.
A little different.
affirmative action was even back then.
It's like the
No,
Tuskegee
they're well
experiment.
Of course they are.
That's wow, yeah.
Is well suited to anyone. She is lucky.
She is. That is not the question.
Oh, what is the question?
Why?
A female is present. I cannot speak it.
Ah, well then, perhaps we have nothing more to discuss.
Shall I report that to the House of Lords then?
It is all so very modern now. In my day, there were 7 people in the bedchamber on my wedding night
Oh.
to witness.
The consummation.
You had 7 folks in there? Dang.
A man, a woman, the chance too. But this is Georgie. Or rather, the king.
See? Something's going on with the king.
Can be. He's absolutely perfect.
Something.
Yeah.
The strongest of kings.
It is just that he has his own mind.
Very independent.
A most original thing.
Yeah, I think he's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually takes on one's wedding night. Have not. That would hurt the great experiment. There can be no questions. Do you understand?
Oh, they're like, they got to knock boots.
Yeah, they have to keep the line going. Because, you
It is a
know,
wonderful experiment.
they're tied to the
Long
line.
live the experiment.
The experiments.
Ooh, she's about to break. She's about to crack. Yeah,
Ooh, don't fall. I keep thinking about the Tristan Hills.
she's all right.
I feel you. That part. All of that. Yeah. Dang, that's just the warm-up, right? That's just the intro.
Well, that's how it is.
And look, every single shot so far, she's been alone.
She's by
Did you
herself.
see that?
Yeah, she's by
Yeah.
herself.
Ugh.
The passage of time does not always reap benefits, and perhaps good things do not always come to those who
Wait.
However, there are some very special joys well worth waiting for.
Look at
Oh,
these
look at the
babies.
little ones.
I wonder if that's the daughter
Yeah.
from the first season's kids, obviously because they're biracial. Is why I think.
But Mama, I believe you would quite like her. She is a delightful person.
She is an actress. No. Break it off and find a suitable woman.
There are already children.
Shame on you. You are one to talk. Your lady friend is married. Frederick, what about your wife?
I have not seen her in 20 years.
Wow.
If I were married to you, I would flee the country as well.
Look at his face.
Mother, perhaps it is too late. Our sisters are past childbearing age. We have done our best, and maybe
No.
it is...
Your father and I have provided Great Britain with a great bloodline. It will not end with your generation.
13
This
children.
bloodline will continue. You will make it continue.
Were it as simple as you suggest?
It is.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Remotely.
Kind
I
of is.
have a responsibility.
Remember, Whistledown was like, you know, for her to be the expert matchmaker, it's kind of telling that you can't even get your own people.
Which of King George's children will bring us closer
Entitled.
to a royal heir to the throne, if patience is a virtue or a burden for our dear Queen Charlotte?
These children. Ho! To the right of us.
Brimsley,
Yes, Your Majesty.
Can I please get some
ready
seasoning?
for carriage.
Yes, Your Majesty. May I say our destination?
We are going to see my husband.
Okay, there we go.
They can't tell her no.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they, well, no, because they can't call him and be like, hey, your wife's coming.
I mean, the only person that could really tell her no is the king. Yeah.
She's about to do the pop-up. You don't do the pop-up.
Oh, the pop-up. Oh, my God. Like, you ain't seen the pigeon before you came?
17th century pop-up.
They're like, yo, you got to send a raven or something.
They are married, though. Watch out now.
Your Majesty, we were not
Where
expecting
is he?
I'm trying to hear all that.
the observatory, Your Majesty.
Okay. Oh,
Wait.
he's laid up with somebody.
Oh, he's not by himself. He's looking at the stars. He ain't by himself. No, sir. I'm like, no, sir.
We don't trust the king.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Perhaps this is good. Perhaps.
I bet the conversations they have,
Would you like to step indoors while we wait to find out?
right?
Because they know.
Warm up a bit. It is a cool night.
Thank you, sir. That is very kind and generous of you to offer.
I am more important than you.
Oh.
They about to have some friendliness.
Yeah, we saw it coming.
Oh, yeah. I can feel it.
I mean, but you know what, though? Like, you have to live a life of just no relationships, none of that.
Absolutely. Whenever,
ain't mad at
whenever
him.
you have an opportunity.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell them?
Me? Why should I be the one to tell them anything?
It was he who refused to consummate the marriage.
She could have seduced him.
She is a lady, pure and well-bred.
Pure and well-bred. I know, he's like,
What is this place?
Charlotte.
No, hello.
Hello.
Right?
You are. This, it is an observatory for looking at the stars.
He's not mad.
You can see the constellations, and I think
It's
I'm
beautiful.
getting a glimpse of a
Beautiful.
planet.
He sleeps there.
Since the wedding? Is this how you have been spending your time since the wedding?
Well, yes, it is most exciting. There is an alignment.
In this room you have...
Observatory, yes.
Wow, he's been living there.
What have I done wrong? What mistake did I make?
You made no mistake.
Did I say something to offend you?
No.
Did I do something to offend you?
No,
Then
Charlotte.
what is it? What is so wrong with me?
Yeah. Just give me an
There's
explanation.
nothing wrong with you.
He looks
there
like
must be something
like
wrong with
Tom
me.
Cruise's
You're not
younger
become
cousin or
unreasonable.
something.
George, I thought you were visiting a brothel.
I mean, we all kind of thought you was doing something shady, my guy.
Means
I know what a brothel is. Almost. I have brothers. That does not signify. I'm saying that it might be better if you were
She said brothers. You heard that, right? Plural?
Yeah.
3 times a day with nowhere to go, no one to talk to, and nothing to do.
you're the queen. You can do whatever you like.
Except
Yeah.
Come now, Charlotte.
George!
I do not understand what you complain about.
That's his PlayStation. You know, he's like, can I just play Madden and some 2K right now?
Not during our honeymoon.
No, you're right, though.
I cannot do whatever I like. The Queen is not allowed to go to the Modiste or the galleries or the ice shops. I cannot make friends. I must hold myself apart. I do not know a single soul here except for you. I'm completely alone, and you prefer the sky to me.
Turn the PlayStation
George,
off, man.
say something!
Yeah.
I do not want to fight with you.
I want to fight with you. Fight with me. Fight for me.
Go home, Charlotte.
That is infuriating.
I would hope for more news than the appearance of satisfaction and contentment.
They are a wonder together. He is smitten with her beauty.
Really? King George is smitten.
No.
I would not dare to define the emotions of the king.
Of course not. I only meant that he seems happy.
That's the thing. Like, where are their loyalties to?
His is to the king.
Laughter. There is laughter. It warms the heart to witness.
What of their relations?
Relations?
Their marital bonds?
Yeah, man. They clapping cheeks.
The marital bed, yeah. Just say marital bed.
The Dowager Princess wishes to confirm that the marriage has been consummated.
Sexually. She asks for the good of the country, of course.
Of course.
That's tough.
So,
Certain. I mean, from what I can tell, I would say yes.
So it is a successful honeymoon.
You agree it is successful, do you not, Brimsley?
Oh, Brimsley. Oh.
Most successful.
Oh, that's like,
Yes.
where'd that loyalty go?
Excellent. Most excellent.
Perhaps we shall have an heir on the way before the next fortnight.
Oh my gosh. And then they'll blame her, though, if it doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, especially back then.
That's
it's
what I'm
always,
saying.
Yeah,
it's the
always
woman's fault. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's horrible.
Meanwhile, this old man is still
Excuse me.
getting it in.
His name is Lord Danbury.
Yeah, you're right.
Excuse you.
Lord Ruckus.
Respect. Put some respect over
Look at
here.
the face.
Respect
Look at
over there. Put some respect.
Look at my man's face.
I can't. I don't want to.
And she goes straight to the washing.
She always does.
I was having tea, Coral. I was embroidering a billow. I'm so sorry, my lady. Do we know what brought it on?
Oh, my lady, you know the same thing happened to Lord Smythe-Smith and the Kents.
My husband is determined to make these people accept him.
The ton are a horrid lot. Even their maids are high in the instep.
High in the instep. I've got to remember that one.
What does that mean?
Danbury
No.
has been given a
Oh,
taste,
Snoopy.
and now he will not be denied. He's going to try and join the hunt tomorrow.
Oh, he's trying to relive his youth.
Water for your bath on the fire for whenever you need it.
No, I think he's trying to do.
I believe I shall also need a salve for my
What do you want?
thighs. What if he puts another one of his gigantic babies inside me?
Oh.
It's gigantic. It's not, now, I don't remember her offspring.
I don't either. I
Lady
don't
Danbury.
either. I don't either. Danbury.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I can pick my own orange, Brimsley.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Wow,
Orange,
that is fascinating.
the king has sent you a gift. It is waiting in the foyer. And there is a note, ma'am.
I hope it's him.
It's PlayStation sticks.
If you don't stop with that, we don't play like y'all do sometimes. I never want you to feel alone. Oh, is
it's
it a
a
dog?
We knew it.
Yeah.
Ah, you know it's a dog.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
That thing is adorable,
What is
though.
that?
That is the gift from the king, Your Majesty.
But what is it?
It's a dog.
It is a
homie.
dog, Your Majesty.
Oh, look at it.
Dogs are big and majestic. A pincer,
I
a
feel
shepherd,
you.
a schnauzer, a dane.
I'm with
That
you.
is
It's a companion.
It's a
a
sweater
deformed
dog.
bunny.
It's a companion.
I want to meet my ladies in waiting tomorrow.
Your Majesty is on her honeymoon.
Get the girls.
I know.
Will not tell me what I'm allowed
Well,
to
she
do.
Your
wants to
Majesty,
see,
I am the one person who will never
Danbury.
tell you what you are
Remember?
allowed to do. I will, however, always tell you how best to do the things you are not allowed to do.
Okay. All right. He's like, listen, I'm an ally. I just need you to
I am not
understand
allowed to meet my ladies in waiting during my honeymoon.
It would be unwise for your Majesty to meet with all of them.
this. Just get one.
Want to be discreet.
Come on, Miss Danbury. Let's go.
Lady Danbury.
You're right. Lady
Danbury. It's
La-
Danbury.
I keep putting the S.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, look, see?
What a beautiful dog, Your Majesty.
Tis a deformed bunny.
Oh, my mistake, Your Majesty.
My. Goodness.
Are you meeting each of your ladies in waiting individually?
No.
Oh,
Brimsley said you would be the most discreet because I am on my honeymoon.
Oh, not supposed to share that part.
Oh.
Which is going wonderfully. It is the best of husbands. He gave me this beautiful bunny thing.
may I speak freely? Your
Yes.
Majesty?
Please.
Oh,
I'm gonna need y'all to dip.
Okay. Good.
There we go.
I shall be no more than 5 paces outside this door.
Dude, I like Brimsley.
He's growing on me.
Brimsley know what's up.
Please speak freely. No one else does. Yes.
Yes.
First,
Girl
you
talk.
are a terrible liar. I did not believe a word you said about your honeymoon. Again, in front of society. It will cause scandal.
Take notes.
My honeymoon was a disaster. On my wedding night, I did not know what to expect. He was old and impatient. The whole event was painful and quite terrifying.
Ugh.
It is all right if your wedding night was not perfect or splendid. Your Majesty, you did have a wedding night?
By myself in my bed.
He just wanted to leave. He felt bad, I suppose, and he did not seem to understand why I did not want him to live at Kew while I am stuck here with no one to talk to.
She like, that's a lot of dirt you're giving me.
Well, she hasn't had anybody to talk to.
I'm talking about consummating the marriage. You and the king did consummate the marriage, did you not?
So she's still technically pure, right?
Great experiment is in danger. My God, you did consummate. You do know what I mean when I say consummate.
Tell it to her plain.
Marital act.
Does it have something to do with this great experiment?
Oh, she really is clueless.
Yeah.
But remember that in season 1
Brimsley.
when she
We
was
will require drawing
she had no
paper
idea what
and
sex was
charcoals.
I do remember that.
because it's not talked about. Yeah, see, just get some diagrams.
How many times does he insert it?
As many times as necessary, Your Majesty.
Yeah, she's looking at it like it's schematics.
Well, because she doesn't.
I know.
I never have. But I do not believe I have ever thought of it as something to enjoy.
Who drew it? I want to know who drew the
She
pictures.
probably did.
Perhaps if it is with someone you like, it is different. I do not know.
Well, I do not like George, so I do not see why we should need to bother ourselves to do this at all.
Children.
Your Majesty, this is Britain. It was not that long ago that queens were beheaded for not bearing children.
Yes.
That
Yes, it will.
not
Yes, it will.
Your Majesty.
And you're
This
different.
is important.
Yeah.
You are the first of your kind.
Yep.
You must secure your position.
Yes, but this is not my failing.
Yo, you better go get
But
the
it
D.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot somehow force him to want to do this with me. And maybe that is a good thing, if I'm not queen, if we are not married. Then maybe we can forget all about this and I can go home.
No,
That's not
you
gonna
can't.
happen
Doesn't
like
work
that.
that way, homie.
Yeah.
You're not gonna embarrass
You are,
him.
girl, you in danger.
The Pomeranian.
Your deformed bunny. It is a dog. A very rare and purebred
cute.
Pomeranian.
So go say thank you.
Yes. And thank him over and over
Just once
and
is all you
over
need.
again.
No, just once is all you need.
Meanwhile, she over here thinking about schematics and plotting and planning.
She ain't thinking about schematics. She's thinking about what the bath time.
Well, she's thinking about what the next move is going
She's
to be.
thinking about bath time.
Not let him join the hunt.
Oh, yo, she bad frustrated. Hey,
Yeah, Miss Bridgerton.
Do sit down and join us.
Your Majesty,
welcome back.
Thank you for the honor of the invitation.
No, she's gonna ask if she has any daughters or sons left.
How do you do it? Do what?
Right?
Well,
The jewel in her hair is
it helps if they are in love. Love? Yes, love solves a plethora of issues. I'm going to speak plainly because we are all mature women here. Love is not the issue. Love has produced over 50 illegitimate babies.
Wow.
50.
Lady Danbury also has many children. Perhaps she can advise. My 4
She has
children
4 children.
have done me the honor of moving many continents away. Not a pleasure. But it can be such
In that time,
It
yeah.
can be a painful, lifelong sentence. Companionship, tradition, family, warmth, and
She doesn't
if
know
they take
that
the
part of
time
marriage.
to become close.
Right.
Love can bloom from the thorniest of gardens, can it not? Blooming.
She's like, I didn't love my husband.
That was not quite what I meant. Have the Lord Chamberlain draw up a list of eligible brides across Europe.
I'm not mad at the list, though.
Me neither.
Yeah, get the list right.
Yeah, I mean, you can do introductions. You know what I mean?
When you're the queen, you ain't gotta walk it. It's just great.
Oh, no, that's the
You are
part I
late.
would love.
You will be getting up soon.
Well, your gesture has short legs.
It is our honeymoon.
It is the new Lady Danbury. I have always liked her. She is not going to tell anyone.
She does not have to tell anyone. The servants talk. The palace already knows she was there.
Well, sir, perhaps it is time you levelled with me.
What's up?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does the Dowager Princess want with you?
I do not know.
It is my family that had a relationship with the late king. You are no one.
I am no one.
Dang.
So why should she want to see you?
I do not know. I do not know these people.
Take it up with the queen.
Dearest, I am sure it is only because of you and your reputation.
This dude looked like he on death's door.
I promise to tell you every single detail upon my return. How is that?
I suppose that will do.
He looked like a 14th century Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
I thought that when you said it. I knew exactly where you were going.
Please elaborate on your meeting with the Queen.
I'm not sure I understand.
You met with Her Majesty.
I did.
I am asking you to elaborate.
It's a dangerous game.
It is.
What did you speak to Her Majesty about?
Does it signify what two ladies discuss at tea? Tea is often about gowns and flower
Well
arranging.
said. Good job.
Agatha, we know what tea is generally about. What was this tea about, girl?
Don't call me no girl, homie.
You are being purposely obstructive, Agatha, and I will not have it. Excuse me?
Lady Danbury, she said. Because she keeps calling her Agatha.
Lady Danbury. That is my title. Your Highness. The one you were kind enough to bestow upon me. Lady Agatha Danbury. Was when I understood our new queen had not yet realized that our titles are shiny and new. Is that not an interesting topic for an upcoming tea?
Speak in a womanly way.
Let me handle her for you. If Lord Bute were
I
here.
believe I can manage.
Let me handle her for you.
I mean, you know, she's oozing with power.
You done bumped your head, homie. This dude.
I mean, that's her dude. You know, that's what he does. I get it.
No, I understand.
We flexing right now, though.
You surprise me. I always thought you were a quiet one.
I am not quiet. It is simply that my husband is loud.
I was like...
Lady Danbury, I need to know what is going on at Buckingham House.
Traditionally, when a title is bestowed, it comes with income and land. An estate. Without those things, a title is simply a title.
That's why she got
We
what
all
she
have
has.
needs, Mom.
You want money.
The house and...
Right. If I'm gonna do this, I want something. I'm not doing it out of my good art.
Get that the reason your father-in-law, the king, knew my family is because my father-in-law is also a king. And Sierra Leone is very rich.
Oh, Sierra Leone.
We already have money.
Ooh.
We have more money than most of the ton. What I need is for my husband to not be denied entry to White's.
Oh.
I need my husband to be invited on the hunts. I need to be able to cross the street to the best modiste to take the finest seats at the opera.
That is grasping.
No, it's not.
Asking for rather a lot.
No, it's not.
You should be grateful.
You say you need to know what is going on over at Buckingham House.
Okay.
The reason you need that is so that Lord Bute believes you have the situation in hand. Because if you do not, the House of Lords will be at your door. Is not that a fact?
Pay up.
Careful. Lady Danbury.
Oh, this is spicy.
You need to know what is going on over at Buckingham House. We need to be equal members of the ton. We can be grateful to one another.
I ain't mad at you,
Yo,
homie.
shoot that shot. I am not mad.
She's like, you also forget that my father-in-law is a king, homie.
Yeah. And she was like, we got more money than most of these people out
She
here.
was like, I don't care about your money. I care about my station and my family station.
Hello, Charlotte.
He looks sharp. I'll give him that.
I'm telling you, he looks like a young Tom Cruise, but older and bigger. I mean,
taller.
Taller.
Is it all right if I join you for a meal this evening?
A meal? A meal? Are you...
Make me your meal. Are you tripping?
Where are you going?
I do not know. Just away from you, wherever you are not.
Charlotte! Charlotte! Charlotte, if you'll just give me a chance. Charlotte, stop walking this instant!
Ooh, see, you can't do the commanding thing.
I mean, he's the king.
I know, but I'm just saying. He's just George.
I realize you have no reason to like me.
Yeah.
You have no reason to trust me. I marry you, and then I disappear into my observatory. And then I come here to dine as if...
Everything is all good.
But if you will give me just one evening of your time, allow me to show you where my mind has been.
Okay.
It might not make you forgive me, but it might make you hate me a little bit less.
Give you peace of mind, maybe.
Well, concentrate.
I cannot concentrate with you hovering and breathing and telling me to concentrate.
Let me just turn the
Would
focus
you
a tiny
just
bit.
step away and let me... Oh my word.
The moon.
What is that?
That is Venus.
Oh, I thought it was the moon.
Venus? The planet Venus. I am staring at Venus.
You are. The transit of Venus, it is called. It will be quite the spectacle.
It is. Well, George, it is beautiful.
He could have just said that, though. You know that?
But not everybody gets your thing.
There is something about the heavens. In this world we live in, where I'm given so much power and attention, it is good to remember I'm a bit of dust.
Yeah.
I'm a small dot in the universe.
So it's the grandiosity of it all.
Keeps one humble.
Perspective.
Yeah, well, it probably levels them.
Yeah, gives perspective.
I cannot imagine how painful and cruel it must have been to have me ruin your wedding night.
It was your wedding night too.
And honeymoon. How about that?
I'm so sorry.
Yes, well. I do not forgive you.
Yet is hope.
They should do it by the telescope, right under the eyes of Venus,
During
which is the goddess of love.
During the whatever happens, whatever occurrence is supposed to happen, be like, oh, it happened.
It's literally when the planets are aligning.
As a wedding night. Because we did not actually have the night part.
This dude is charming, though. I mean, I hated him for what he did to her, but he's charming as heck.
We can start over.
I think that is a reasonable idea.
In one of the finest observatories in all the land.
This is the first time they've even touched?
Yeah.
Does this mean you're coming home? To Buckingham House?
No. No.
I'm coming home to Buckingham House.
Okay.
Might you like a refreshment after your travels?
I would. Thank you. You are breathtaking.
It is pretty, but it has 1,000 tiny buttons.
Yeah, I thought about that.
I'm suddenly concerned that my maid's made the wrong choice.
I'm very good with buttons.
The hearth is roaring.
It's way more gentle than Lord Danbury.
Danbury go in for the victory. He's like, I got 2 minutes of energy.
2 pumps in 2 minutes.
That is an old man.
Yes, it is.
Charlotte. Do you know what happens on a wedding night?
I know everything. I have seen drawings and had a detailed explanation of what is to occur.
She's like, I was studying. I was breaking it down.
That's good.
I do not like the part where my head hits the wall over and over. Is there a way to avoid that?
That was Lady Danbury telling her that.
This, the land, spots at eaten for the boys. And apparently there are cattle somewhere. Do you know how this happened?
I have no idea.
I will tell you how this happened.
He's gonna think it's him.
The king sees me for who I am.
See?
My value.
As he should,
My
though. I
worth.
mean, that's fine. We know
He
the truth.
understands that.
Let him think that, though.
That's what I said. We know the truth.
You know, I believe
Hush,
that...
woman. Oh. I will try the key.
You see what I'm saying? You see what
Yo,
I'm
as soon as
saying?
we had a moment of empathy, hush, woman.
If he has gone out for a ride or a walk, we shall hold breakfast for him.
He's
I would like
gone.
us to eat together.
I do not think he has gone out, Your Majesty. I believe he is a visitor.
His mom, maybe?
Your marriage is palace business. Your marriage is parliament business. Your marriage is the business of this country.
Yeah, she's not lying.
I need to know if you have properly bedded.
To make it charm her, to make it easier for the crown, I have done my best. You told me I could not let her know me, because I must protect the secrets of the crown. I have not.
Oh my gosh.
It has been abundantly clear since my first breath that I was born for the happiness or misery of a great nation, and consequently must often act contrary to my passions. I am the picture of duty. The crown resides within me, embedded like a knife. You do not need to explain it to me, mother. It is me!
You got your answer. That's good.
I shall have my breakfast now. There is no need to wait for the king.
You see what I'm saying? No.
Well, I think that she hoped for love, and it's not. It's politics.
She is gone. Your mother has departed, Your Majesty. I saw to it myself.
And Charlotte?
The Queen is at breakfast in the dining room. If you would like to join her, I can.
Oh.
Shall I send for the doctor, Your Majesty?
No. I'm fine. I do not need him.
He probably has panic attacks. That mom and that pressure.
Yes. Get him here.
I think you may be on something with the panic
Charlotte.
attack part.
She will never know of it.
Okay. Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a panic attack or anxiety. Yeah.
No.
That's a lot of pressure. And his mom is
Can't show
laying it on
weakness.
thick. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're the king. You cannot be weak.
Well, I get it. I mean,
I'm
think,
talking about.
No,
I'm
I know.
speaking in
I know.
terms
Back
of the
then
time.
they view it.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that.
I'm
You know, I
speaking in
know
terms of the
that. Yeah.
That is going to conclude episode 2. Please stay at the very end for those of you all who left questions after episode 1 in the comment section. We want to just address a couple of them, and I'm sure you are curious if yours got selected. So before we get to that, first thoughts.
I think the first thing that I think of that comes to mind is like isolation. You know, we kind of equated it to the pandemic in a way.
Right.
So that's my first initial thoughts. What about you?
All right, that's an interesting way of putting that context in because many of us got caught up in the day to day. You dress, you eat, you go to sleep. But hers wasn't a pandemic; it was politics and the stress of what it takes to wear the crown.
Yeah, they should have titled this episode "The Bubble."
For my first thoughts, the thing that stood out the most was Agatha Danbury and us getting
Lady. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Lady Danbury.
Lady Danbury.
Yes.
Was the thing that kind of really stood out. Her and the relationship between the Kingsmen and the Queensmen. Those are the two big ones for me because we got a deeper understanding of the help that surrounds these two powerful individuals, how they play it, what secrets they have to keep, where their loyalty lies, what kind of landmines that they kind of have to avoid. And I thought that was really interesting. And then with Lady Agatha Danbury becoming like the Queen's, potentially one of her closest confidants, potentially, because I think that there could be some conflict regarding the cost of her upgrades, because she's going to have to, supply, the king's mother with some information. So that's going to be kind of curious. So those are the two big things that kind of stood out for me regarding this episode.
Okay. I think that Lady Danbury has kind of established herself as capable of knowing what to share and what not to share or how to share it. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know how much of that's going to be like at the detriment of the Queen.
Right.
And apparently, obviously they're still friends now.
Right.
So whatever happens, they're still able to reconcile. So.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing that's really cool about that gave a significant amount of context with Lady Danbury is the fact that she already comes from royalty.
Yeah.
So her navigating these streets probably isn't new.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So she's come well equipped, and we saw that with how well she handled the king's mother. Like she was firm, and she was still not pompous and shut off to the point that she was disrespectful. Like she said what needed to be said and made sure that everybody still won. And she towed the line, right? Because the Queen's mother was like, "Careful, you are really, going into dangerous grounds." And yet she still was smart enough to even solve another smaller issue with her husband being respected, with her husband taking out his frustrations on her. She is a problem solver from what I've seen from this particular episode. I think that's dope.
She knows the rules of the game because, like you said, she comes from royalty. She is royalty. If you come from royalty, you are royalty. She said, quite frankly, as a lord and a lady, this is what is due to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She didn't try to step outside the bounds and be like, "Oh, well, give me money. If I'm going to do this, you're going to do this."
Right.
She's like, this is the norm. You know what I mean? Like, we have an income that comes along with our titles. We have a home and land that comes along with our title. She wasn't asking for anything that was not due to her or her husband.
Yeah. Yeah, and based off of, where she's currently living in the situation that she was in, she knew not to like overstep her bounds. Like, she was respectful of the process. Like, once she was granted the title of lady, then she's like, okay, now I have this title, then let me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let me push the limits of what needs to be done.
Well, not even the limits. It's what's due.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But because she is who she is and she looks the way that she does, there are still going to be limits. Because even though she does deserve some of these titles, even the king's mother was like, careful. Like, I know you're owed this, but you're not really owed it. If she was owed these privileges, she wouldn't have to snitch out on the future queen in order to receive these services. It would just be given to her. But that's not the case. She's still having to pay for something that is already owed to her.
No, I believe that.
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. No, I do get that.
Oh, was there anything else that kind of like stepped out regarding any particular scenes or any moments that kind of stand out?
Well, I still think it's fascinating that her children just don't understand. It's fascinating to me, like the duty thing, right?
Right.
She comes from this duty to marry the king, whom she's never met, doesn't know, has no loyalty, allegiance to, etc.
No, right.
She gets the duty of that.
Okay.
She understands having to stand in this position.
Okay.
Yet her children are oblivious. You know what I mean? So I don't understand where the disconnect is. And we see the king and he is
right.
the duty.
Right.
Like, he is the personification of the duty. And he understands and grasps that. So what happened that they completely missed their children altogether?
You know what I think it may be, and we got a bit of a hint of it with the king's mother, and she was saying, in my day, not only did we have to consummate, we had to have 7 witnesses in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I think it's a generational thing that they're dealing with. In their time period, it's a generational gap. Her time period dealt with it in exact terms. We know for a fact that this thing has to be done. In her son's generation, he's taking leniency and being like, well, I don't have to do it on the first day, even though it could be very
detrimental.
dangerous. It could be very detrimental and dangerous. He still, took it upon himself to do it when he felt like it. And then the next generation after that is even more lax when it comes to the duties and the responsibilities of the crown.
And I get that. I mean, I do get generational differences and, things being different in perspective and all of that.
Right.
It's just hard because I feel like because of the importance of it.
Right.
I don't understand how it's not passed on from generation to generation.
Yeah.
And how the value and the importance of it isn't passed down. Like, it's a culture thing to me. Like, you pass down your culture from generation to generation, even though they may not respect it and honor it as much.
Yeah.
It's still a part of your culture. So I'm wondering where that disconnect happened.
Well, I think you and the queen are both speaking from that same space. It's like, how do you not understand this thing that has to be done when it comes to doing your duty?
And to carry on our bloodline. It's not just about you. And yes, you can find love. And you can have the choice to find whoever you would like. She's giving them that option, which she didn't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that brings up an interesting conversation, because I'm not even sure she understands that, because the way she was looking at Lady Bridgerton in terms of her speaking on behalf of love, solving some of the problems, because what I am assuming is that based on the relationship that she has with the current king, that it's a loveless marriage, because she stared at Lady Bridgerton like, what are you talking about? And I have no idea what you are inferring, because I have not experienced that. That's how, and maybe I'm wrong. Please correct me in the chat if I'm incorrect on that.
Yeah, because I didn't necessarily see it as her not understanding.
Okay.
I saw it more as my children don't understand.
Okay.
No, I know that she didn't. I don't feel like she knows a love relationship. I don't think that she does. But I think that she probably grasps the concept. And I just think she's like, my children are not here for that.
Okay. All right.
So it's fascinating, though, because I wonder how that all is going to work. With her children.
Okay, well, that's a good place to kind of like stop with our little quick takes. I did want to honor some of the lot of fun and
comments.
Some of the comments that everybody left. And thank you so much for showing so much love to the previous video. It's made us more excited for us to even put these out even faster. So let's go ahead and address a couple of these real quick. Mikel-Claire, you are a far better spokesman than I am.
I am a spokesperson now.
Yes.
Thank you, Kelly Franklin, for following along, subscribing, and joining us in our Bridgerton journey. Queen Charlotte thanks you as well. She said, I'm so happy y'all are watching this. I binged the whole season in one day. For centuries, there's been countless debates on whether Queen Elizabeth was a woman of color or not. There's so many books and papers and studies to suggest that it's true. From the portraits I've seen of her, I have no doubt that Charlotte was really a woman of color. That's huge. I love Charlotte and Lady Danbury. They make this entire universe. Loved your commentary about this episode. Y'all are going to love it.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I still haven't done a whole deep dive regarding the legend of Lady Charlotte and where that goes.
Queen Charlotte.
Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures because I've been doing, I've done some Google searches and I've seen pictures, but they're always gonna kind of whitewash regardless of what the portrait looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know, the story behind it.
Yeah, and here's a testament to how good the storytelling is, regardless of if it's true or if it's not. The storytelling with just of what we're witnessing is just excellent. And whether it's true or not doesn't matter to me because I'm so just all into how this story is being told. And another thing that me and you have talked about a lot when it comes to these kind of projects, regardless if it's true or not, is going to be loosely based off of real events. So you should just enjoy it for what it is because it is going to be Hollywoodified if that's
but I just like the fact that the story doesn't ignore it.
Yeah,
we've had that conversation before. You don't just like turn a blind eye like, that person is a woman. The queen is a woman of color.
Yeah. Like all these dark skinned people walking around here.
Yeah, you're like,
they're not playing it off like, that's just normal.
Yeah, that baby is biracial. We see it.
This is from Lilibeth Ramirez. Thank you so much for the comment. Said she spent half her life pregnant and they had 50 plus illegitimate babies. And can't even make one. I would be mad and concerned too. You are absolutely spot on.
Too.
It goes on exactly what you were talking about. It's like, how in the world are you like ignoring your duty?
Yeah, but you can still make all these children. And
50.
so you're capable.
50.
You're capable of procreation.
That part.
All right, Little Same. Thank you, Little Same, for your comment. Based on episode 1 review, sounds like you both didn't watch second season where the Queen and King love was briefly shown. And we can comment on that in a second. This was the best Bridgerton series, darker than the 2 novel to TV stories, yet so rich, interesting. The love between Charlotte, Just George, Brimsley Reynolds, or Lady Danbury herself exude depth and layers in the name of love. The young cast talent certainly owned their characters. This series is all about realness of love. It's not always rosy and grand. Love needs understanding and patience to last. Look forward to the next review.
That was a really good comment.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, well, in case this is your first time watching this, we said in the very first episode that we have not watched season 2 of Bridgerton, and I'm sure there's going to be some important reveals that we'll miss due to the context. However, we are currently watching season 2, and we're hoping that we can finish season 2 before we finish this series out. It's just you all have given such a tremendous response that we were trying to let's try and get the content out to all of you all who have been so amazing as quickly as possible.
And we're hopeful so far, like from episode 1 and episode 2, we know that there's probably context in season 2 that maybe would add to the story, but I feel like so far, like watching it separately is okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't detract anything from the actual amazingness of the story. So.
I agree with that completely. Yeah. That's just it's Shonda.
Shonda
comes with it.
Shonda Land.
This one is from Quinn P1106.
Queen P.
Oh, Queen P. I'm sorry, Queen P. My bad. Said immediate subscribe. Hey, thank you so much. I love you both, and your reaction reminds me of myself and my husband watching it. That's the whole thing. We just want to make sure that everybody enjoys themselves. And if you're watching this by yourself, you don't have to watch it by yourself. You can kick back and enjoy some of the creative thoughts, ideas, and context with us.
And let us know, Queen P, do you also enjoy it with popcorn, or do you have a glass of wine? What do you enjoy?
We certainly have a nice little beverage.
Yeah, every now and then. Yeah. Catherine Baker, thank you so much. It's my understanding that Charlotte was considered an excellent match because she had never voiced any political ambitions. Her small state/country would never be a threat to Great Britain, and she spent most of her life isolated on their grounds, meeting the purity standard.
Okay.
A perfect wife for a king in the 1700s.
Okay. So she was, quiet. I feel like there's more to it than just that as to why she was selected. I mean, I feel like because in the first season, they talked about trade routes and stuff like that, and I don't know how that kind of ties in. So
I understand her not voicing political things,
right.
But however, she is not quiet.
No.
I mean,
no,
she understands her duty and her station, but she's not a quiet person. She's very intelligent based off of what we're seeing. This is my impression is based off of strictly off the show right now.
Yeah, and also reminds me a little bit of what Lady Danbury was saying when she was talking to the king's mother, and the king's mother was like, there's a lot more to you than I originally thought.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, well, my husband is loud.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that I don't have anything to say.
Oh no, or that I'm quiet.
Yeah.
It's just that in comparison.
And she was quite loud.
In comparison.
Yeah, and what she was looking for. All right, and this is going to be our last one. This one is from Jonathan Powell, who said, mutton is sheep. Thank you, because we did not know mutton is not a part of our regular diet.
I've heard of it, and I'm sure in past I have known that, but it just was not something that I retained.
Mutton sounds like something that would be served up during this time period.
So. Well, and I told you, I thought of mutton chop, so you think of the,
the thing. Okay, yeah. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do look forward to all of the comments, and we do read all of them. And if you want to get to know this beautiful lady a little bit more,
Snooty Vegans on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Link in description. Follow along, subscribe. Tenzo Funo.
Yeah. For those of you all who have been looking for the Patreon has been a work in progress. We do apologize that it is not up. We are working on it. There's some technical stuff that we have to deal with regarding putting up some of those episodes. But if you've been enjoying this conversation and you are new to the channel, please hit that subscription button. What are you doing? Why are you not subscribed already?
Why you?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and of course, give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. With that being said, we will catch you all on the next episode. All right.